Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to the channel. Now some have called this the spin to win weapon and some have called it the joy to kill weapon. But this is the Killjoy sword from the Art Deco Llamas and this is my review. So, the Killjoy sword. Now, you can get this from the Art Deco Llamas, and you may remember a few weeks ago we did have some Art Deco Llamas come into the Llamas store for 300 V-Bucks a turn. Now, we haven't seen anything of them since. We don't know if they are going to be returning into the store or whether we will get them from missions or quests or who knows. But this is the Killjoy. Now, there are, I think, about 9 weapons from the Art Deco set. And Art Deco uses a fast attack speed to deal high sustained damage. Maelstrom attack, heavy attack that continuously spins while holding alternate fire. So for this weapon, now you will have a few different perks that you can set on this, but the main thing that you do need to know with any of the Art Deco set is it will have a unique 6th perk, and there are 3 variants of this 6th perk that you can get. Weapon hits deal 44 bonus damage against fire elemental enemies. Now you can also get that for nature and water as well. So with this last perk you do need to make sure whichever element is on that 6th perk that you do set the weapon damage to coincide with that. So for fire element enemies we do need to use a water weapon, so I have set a water damage on this one. Now with the rest of the perks you can set anything that you like. I have tried it with the heavy attack efficiency, I've tried it with normal damage, but for me I found that a double crit damage and a crit rating and a life leech were the best perks for me. Now over to your hero loadout, and with the hero loadout again I have tried a few different ones. We've tried Anti-Cuttle Sarah, we've tried Palo Luna, Deadly Blade Crash. I've tried all of those and I found that the Forged Fate was the best, because with the Forged Fate you do have increased sword heavy attack efficiency by 200%, and for this weapon you are going to want to use your heavy attack efficiency as much as possible. For the team perk, again I have tried a few different ones. We tried Preemptive Strike, Blast from the Past, I've tried Underdog, tried all of those, and Totally Rocking Out I found gave the best amount of damage, because with this weapon, because I have a double crit damage to it and crit rating, so it's got quite a high critical chance and crit damage to it, so we want to maximize on that, so I've used the Totally Rocking Out. So for support team we do have Battle Beat and Bringing Down the House. Both of those will both be making that perk work. And for the rest of the squad we have Rapid Charge. For melee weapon eliminations will grant 7.5 energy, which is going to make you be able to do that heavy attack more. We've got Survivalist, just to give us a little bit of health back with each elimination we get. And we've got Saurian Hide, which will give us increased armor to make it that little bit harder for the husks to kill us. So for the gadgets, now I have gone with a slow field, which you will see in a moment why. But that is our weapon, that is our hero loadout. We're going to swap things over now, put some gameplay on the screen so you can see just how the Killjoy works. Now, for the purpose of testing out this Killjoy, I did go into a level 140 fire element mission of encampments. And this is going to be probably one of the best places that you can use the Killjoy, because you will notice with the standard sword attack it is a little bit slow, and unless you do have your attack speed on your perks to speed up your normal attack speed, then you're not really going to be using a normal attack on the husks. You're going to want to use your heavy attack efficiency as much as possible, because with this loadout that we have set up, the more husks that you kill, the more you will regenerate your energy, which means you will be able to use the heavy attack for a longer time. And also, the more you kill the husks, the more health you will regenerate. So if you are fighting against just 1, 2 or 3 different husks, then it's not going to be as effective, because you're going to be using all of your energy up to kill that husk, and you're not going to be regenerating very much back. But when you are in a big group, like in the encampments missions, then you're going to have lots and lots of husks around you, and you're going to be dealing a constant damage to those husks and killing those husks. So it will mean that your heavy attack efficiency can go on and on and on until all of those husks are dead. Now for damage, well, you can range anywhere from 4,000 damage to 500,000 damage, which doesn't seem too much. But when you look at it, that say you've got 10, 20 husks around you and you're causing 500,000 damage to 5 or 6 of those at a time, then it is pretty damn good, the amount of damage that you will be doing. Now, another reason I did choose the encampments missions is you do have a vast array of different husks. You will have your normal husks, your mini husks, your husky husks, your fridge guys, your propanes, your blasters, your lobbers, your not flingers, but you will also get takers. Now, I tested it out on all of these, and the only ones that this weapon will struggle against is your fridge guys. It's not very effective against fridge guys, which is why I took in the slow field. If you do place your slow field down, then the fridge guys will be walking very much slower, and you can then get behind them in order to do your heavy attack. If you do try to do your heavy attack from the front, they will literally just hit you and bounce you out of the way. And as soon as you do get hit and bounce back, then it automatically stops your heavy attack. So it can be a little bit clunky. I did have a few instances where it was a little clunky. You was trying to press the buttons for the heavy attack, and it wouldn't initially start. And also, when you have finished and you've killed all of your husks and you let go of your heavy attack button, it does take a good couple of seconds before it will stop doing the heavy attack. So it can seem a little clunky at times, and it's not very effective against the fridge guys, but pretty much everything else it will annihilate. Even the takers, it will pretty much get rid of those very well. Now, on the case of the blasters, I would recommend you try and get those out as soon as possible, because all the while they are there blasting at you, constantly doing damage to you, is going to reduce your health a lot. And especially in 140 missions, 3 or 4 blasts from a blaster and you can be down and out. So it's a good idea to try and get rid of those as quickly as possible, but try and use it at the same time as going for normal husks, because if you're killing those normal husks, then you will be regenerating your energy and your health, which will mean that you will last that much longer. Now, with propane guys, it does actually seem to set off the propane. Even if you do get right up to the propane guys and start your heavy attack, for some reason you can't seem to kill them quick enough before that propane goes off, and it can cause you a phenomenal amount of damage. In a 140 mission, sometimes one propane right on top of you can literally kill you in an instant. So it, again, make sure that there are lots of other husks around you that you can be killing in the same time as going for those propanes, and that way at least you can regenerate your health back up and hopefully not die. Now, when I did test it out with some of the other loadouts, with the Anti-Cadalcera, the Palo Luna, and the other team perks, I did find that although I was doing a lot better on the heavy attack ability, I found that the health wasn't high enough or the damage wasn't high enough, that you were constantly going around attacking and regenerating your energy, but you weren't doing enough of a damage to actually kill them off. So it didn't kind of work out too well with those loadouts. But definitely with your totally rocking out, it will do a phenomenal amount of damage. Now, quite some time ago when it first came out, I did do a review on the ear splitter and the anti-cuddle Sarah loadout. Now, I do still believe that that is better than the Killjoy and this loadout. Only for the fact that with the ear splitter, you basically, the heavy attack ability, you ram the spear in the ground. It causes a sort of circle of damage to all the husks, and it causes them to dance as well. So for propane guys, for fridge guys, it will cause them to dance, enabling you to actually do the damage and kill them off. Whereas with the Killjoy, it doesn't do that. You don't have any form or any way of getting those fridge guys or those propanes without either the propane blowing up or the fridge guys ramming you out of the way. So that is why I went for the slow field, because that way you can place the slow field down. It makes those husks walk a lot slower, so you can actually get behind your fridge guys and you can do your heavy attack from behind, which will kill them off pretty quickly. And same for propanes, it takes that much longer for them to actually lift up their propane to fling it, so you can normally take them out pretty well. Now, of course, I did have to go in and test this on a smasher. It is fairly effective against smashers, but it's not going to be a smasher kind of weapon. This weapon is more for big groups of husks. On a smasher, it did take a fair bit of time to kill that smasher off, because the more you are doing damage to a single target, you are not going to be regenerating your energy, so therefore your ability will run out. So you have to stop, wait for it to regenerate before you can go back again. So it's not very effective against smashers, but for blasters, takers, propanes, husks, lobbers, or any of those, it is going to be a phenomenal weapon. So I think for my cop it or drop it review, I do give this a score of 8, because it is an absolutely fun weapon to use. It is phenomenal damage, phenomenal ability, and in the right circumstances you can take that ability for a very long time before it will run out. But I'll give it an 8 only because it is not quite as good as the ear splitter. I do still think that the ear splitter is best. But there we are. That is my review on the Killjoy Art Deco sword. I do hope you do find this video useful. If you do, don't forget to hit that like down below, smash that subscribe before you go. If you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. If you do buy anything from the Fortnite store, please consider using code RiverFox, as it will help me out a great deal. And if you get the time, don't forget to check out my Twitter account, where I post quite frequently any updates and information relating to the channel. And I've also now over on Twitch, and I do stream quite regularly on there. I will be trying to cover the new adventures when that does come out, and I'll be covering my new grounded game as well. So do check that out if you can. But I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe, my friends.